Alright, so um decided to make this because should probably keep eye contact. I haven't done these before. So okay, so I wanted to give you all an update as to what the hell is going on, all right? Because at the moment I don't even know. So let's start off with the obvious. Maybe not obvious. Okay, so we'll start off with the first bulletin. Okay, so I decided to. I felt pretty good at the time, probably like 2 months ago. Very rare, and I decided to go in and I was like, hey, short attention span, can't stop fidgeting. I just want to, move. Don't want to sit around or whatnot. I'm gonna go see if I have ADD or ADHD. So I went in there, went to go see the GP, and he's like, okay, cool, yeah, no, we can check that out. Go to a psyche. So I went there same day, straight after. Spoke to her for a bit. Then she was like, okay, rah, fill out this piece of paper. And I was like, okay, sure. So I did. And then she was like, okay, so 36 are the worst. And I was like, one of them, like, I get top scores. Trust. And then she was like, yes, you're severely depressed. And I was like, that doesn't sound too good when you say it out loud. And she was like, yeah, well, 32 on anxiety and 28 on stress. And I was like, anxiety? What do you mean? And she's like, oh, like, to me, I was like, I do that. And I actually keep to myself. And I've been missing a lot of cues. Nice. Fuck that.
What are you aiming for?
And I apologize to a lot of people. And yeah, apparently they're all in the severe category. So that kind of just flipped me upside down a little bit, because I always knew that I was depressed. I mean, it's not like a proud moment, but like I knew it. But when someone said it out loud, when I went in for something else, kind of hit me. She was like, yeah, so this is what's going to happen. We're going to reach out to you again. It's been 3 months. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to follow that shit up. And yeah, we'll talk to you for a bit and then we'll give you some shit. Totally irrelevant. Hasn't reached out. Even if they do, I don't care, because I found this other medication. It's weed. A medication that I actually didn't want. Because I hate it. Like, well, I don't like hate it. It's like, oh, you use that? Get away from me. Gross. I don't like that in general, but I hate the smell of it. I hate the taste of it. And I hate smoking it. When I got it, I didn't know that they were oil. That's weird. I was like, oh, I might try that. But I went to a gathering before, and then someone who's kind of the same as me was like, hey, try this. And I was like, oh, I don't want to. And then she said, it's medicinal. Trust me. And I was like, all right, you got me. I'm sold. Give me. So I had like a little bit, and it was amazing. So I signed up pretty much the next day, did a consultation, got the same results, like same scores for anxiety, depression, and stress. So, results don't lie. And I've tried to explain this to, people that are close to me, and they just take it as some kind of joke, and that I just want to do drugs and be cool. But if I wanted to do that, then I'd can lose my license because I'm a truck driver. So, I definitely want to do this. Like I could lose my job. Fucking weird. And I've just noticed I've got this fucking mark on the side of my face, on this side. That's when I was leaning in the truck all shift for 8 hours. Just want this fucking night to be over, and it is. And then we go into morning. And now I need to sleep soon. So wake up and do the same shit all over again. Can't wait. Woo! So, after being judged, I was like, low key, I don't give a shit about what you think. But the people that it came from kind of hurt, so they brought me down lower, as if it wasn't possible. So I'm feeling pretty low. So I thought I'd make this video, update, like just give you a fresh perspective on how I really am. And I'm not going to show you this often. I'm hopefully going to try and capture some of it, not all of it, some of it. Some of it in this video, and then the only other depressing content that I will release is my music. And speaking of music, we will go on to my stress levels. Mouse, hello. So the stress levels are high because I'm not just like going to work, coming home, playing games, going to sleep, waking up, eating, walking the dogs, cooking for the dogs dinner, going to work. Easy. No. You'd think that. I mean, you'd wish that. But no. So I've got a whole lot of projects that I'm trying to do all at the same time. So unfortunately, it has cost me quite a few relationships, not just partner wise, even though one was my partner, but it's taken a toll on some relationships that I have had. But again, as much as that brings me down, it kind of brings me joy because the smaller the circle, the so the other projects that I have, it's like I'm making like a website that I started 2 years ago that I haven't made any progress on because I just log on and it's just so technical and I don't even know how to use this like ChatGPT. Be super fucking helpful, but I'm in my 30s. So all these projects that I'm trying to do, I really wanted to do when I was like 13, 14, set myself up and actually like make this content, but the technology and all this other stuff wasn't around back then. So I was like I was maxing out my computer. What was that, like 8 gig? Woo! Like 8 gig computer, maxing it out just to make like a hilarious fucking 20-second video for me and the boys or like my brother or other people. And they fucking loved it. And I wanted to keep doing it, but for like a 20-second video, it takes like, I don't know, 2 hours to a day to like edit, put everything in. Cause I can half-ass it. I can half-ass this shit if I really wanted to, but that's not the content that I want to put out. And I'm also like trying to hire people or pay people to help me with these things, which brings me to YouTube video. Paid someone to do it. And the key points were incorrectly subtitled, but he said he'd give me a 4-day return. So paid for it, waited 4 days, wasn't done. A week, wasn't done. I think it was like just over a week. And he's like, here you go. So he took on more projects than, he could handle at the time, which no hate, whatnot. Subtitles are great, but I probably should have given him a transcript. So I'm learning as I go along. But like I said, I'm 30. I don't even know if this is something that I should be doing. It's something that I know I'm good at, but there's a time for that. And it's like, I've been sitting on, I'd like to think it's talent or a hobby for over a decade. And that's making music, writing music, making videos, making friends, being like a really good person virtually. Because since I'm a truck driver, I get a shitload of overtime and then I just come home and chill on the computer. That's pretty much all I do. And so I'm trying to like make projects so I can actually like, build a character or focus on one thing or build a team. I want to bring other people up with me. That's the primary goal. Might not be able to do it, but that's what I want to do. I'm giving it a year. I'm going to smash it out of the park, hopefully. Well, all my effort, I am going to smash it out of the park, but it'll probably flop, but we tried. Going back on all this other shit, it's just time consuming. Takes like a day. So like how a YouTube video works for me is throughout the week, if I have a cheeky game or two, I don't clip anything. It's like a, private time, whether I'm playing with other people or myself. And then comes Friday to Saturday. Hopefully not Sunday, although I do get carried away because they're the only days that I get off. Sunday is for collecting all the clips that I've made, whether it's on stream or OBS or SteelSeries. I put all of them in a folder. I rename them one to whatever, so they go, so we're not jumping from Friday to Saturday to Saturday, Friday, all this other fucking weird shit. So they're all in order. They're going to be choppy because that's all I can do right now with minimal work, unless I like record each game, which will take a toll on my computer as I'm streaming, which brings me to the dual PC setup, which hopefully I will be doing, but that's like later. Yeah, it's just hella time consuming. So on Sunday, I'm spending all of Sunday putting all of them into like Clipchamp or some shit, snipping them, clipping them, and making them shorter, or rearranging them if need be. That takes a day because what have I got, like 16 gig? That should be enough. No, it is not. So the computer maxes, and yeah, takes me around a day. I've got a laptop set up in my truck because I take my work to work because I chill there for like a little bit. So when I'm chilling there, I launch up the laptop or my phone for the subtitles if I'm up to that. It's just a whole process. So it takes me about a week, maybe 2 for one video. So I can't keep clipping every weekend. But there are some gems and shit that I just want to shove in there. But sometimes I can't. So it takes me about, we'll just say on average, 2 weeks. I want to narrow that down to 1 so I can try and make like a video every week. Not trying to fit into the algorithm, but just putting shit out there, seeing the response and feedback that I get. But if anyone does understand the YouTube algorithm, reach out. I definitely want to know about it. I'm pretty sure I can read about it, but not much power there. So another big thing is like the music. I really, really want to do music, and I decided to put myself out there and decided to make a music video, which I'm so self-conscious about. I do not want to do that. I would rather spend 1,300 to nearly $2,000 for a professional drone with auto track just so I can do it alone. But I'm pushing myself to, give other people experience or a look as to how it will work, because I would like to direct it as well as have other people that have done videography to, give me insight as well, because I think I'd be good. But one is in the making. I do have costumes, smoke bombs, all this other stuff, just sitting there waiting. Just got to wait for one more hoodie to come in, and then hopefully we can get down to business. Been sitting on this for 10 years. I've been writing music, not really published, produced, but never published. So I've made it. It's complete. Some like a remaster from complete, and like a little bit of tweaking and editing, but they just stay on the hard drive and they're on the old computer, so they're gone. So I've just lost like 10 years worth. I think I spent like a good grand or something on like leases for beats. So I got them, wrote them. Like, it was actually really quick. I just didn't do anything with it. So it's all gone. But I'm going to try my best to see if I can just get some of that shit back. Yeah, moving on to the next point. The stress is I got no time because boss is probably watching this, but is what it is. I go into work. I don't know when I'm going to finish. I would love to just do 10-hour shifts, but sometimes it's later. Sometimes we have to see if something is operating for us to finish earlier. If not, we're stuck there. We wait. And it's that brings me down because I know I could be doing a lot more. So that's another thing that's bringing me down. So I'm not sure if that was for the boss, but might be for you guys if you guys are working too much or whatnot. Health first. Sometimes you just got to put your foot down, and that day is coming. Sorry, Todd. It's another thing. Yeah, I really wanted to make this room green. Got all the shit for it, and then I had to give it all back because I had all these plans, and I was like, this is gonna be fucking hilarious. I'm gonna put myself in places that you guys wouldn't even imagine. And then my mum comes in because, I'm 30, living with my mum in the back shed, living the life. And then she was like, no, you're not putting all that shit up here. No, my house, my way. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fair, whatever. So, we're sorting through the house right now, and apparently I have too much stuff here. Let me elaborate, because I've I have explained this to her many times. She just doesn't see it. I just have this shed, small, like it's pretty much what you can see here times 2.5. And all I have is this filled with all my shit. A lot of shit in here. Not really like the best vibe to have. So I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, shelves have so much shit on them. Like, look at this. Like, that's been there for fucking ages. And I have another shelf just like that over there. clothes. Oh, what the fuck is this? Hats, everything. So I just have this, 2 large storage containers. Probably talking about like this big. 2 and 1 wardrobe. Too much. It's too much. Like I can stay here. It's cheap. It's beneficial. But at the same time, I really need my own place. But renting right now is fucked. So that also affects my mental. I guess I'll just finish off my little vlog, whatever the fuck this is. A small tale, right? So, since I am severely depressed, there may have been a suicidal thought or two, but those days are over because I, funny enough, bought Buddy to prevent me from doing that because I'm a very caring person. I got Buddy. So think of it from like the visual perspective, which is gonna sound pretty dumb, but I like everything to have meaning. Hence my sleeves. We'll get into that. No, we won't. Dane, Neo, huge dog, black dog. I knew that if I had a dog, I won't leave. Can't leave? Won't. No, I won't. Yeah, so I got him. I was feeling hella shit because I got fucked over by some bitch. Financially fucked me, mentally fucked me. And yeah, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go out and get a dog. So I did. So I got Buddy, the big black dog, and he was always following me around. He was always my shadow. So I have a black dog. And then things started to look up after a year or two, and I was like, Buddy's kind of lonely. I'm gonna get him another one. Get him another one. Get me another one. I'm gonna get him a sister. Went out, got Sky, white. So I decided to go for something a bit more positive. Together is yin and yang. With them, it just helps me think and feel whether it's what I want or what I need. And yeah, that's about it. I just decided to make this because I just thought you guys would like to see me being me. And I mean, this is like 3 sips in or something. So I'm not affected by anything. So you will definitely see my mood change with every single stream. Always my Stein. I always have to have my Stein. So I may be reliant on substances, but it is definitely a lot better than things right now. I can stop whenever I want. No one believes me, but I could say it and I could do it. And I'm a very honest person. So if I say I'm going to do it, I'll do it. But it's just better. Spoken like a true addict. Sure, it's fucking my health until they fix all this drug and alcohol legislation, all this bullshit, where I can actually take the medication that was prescribed to me and not worry about me losing my job, would be so good. And then I'll pretty much be happy all the time. And that's what I want. Because when I had that, I felt amazing. I just wanted to go out and connect with people, talk with people. I want to be able to do stuff with most of you guys that are watching now, but with me working so much and me having 2 days off, I only get like a little bit of time to just do what I would like to do. And that's kind of like a selfish take, but at the same time, got to look after number uno. I think someone else said that, but I'm just copying it. Thank you for watching. I don't want to push this shit out. Like I'll just make one, like in the early stages of the career, in the early stages, and just leave it at that. If you really want to know, videos there, you can go back and look at it. This is